I've only got 3 months left to win my first tournament. Since my last video, I played the Reading Tier 4, which didn't quite go to plan. I lost in my box. So I now only have 3 tournaments left. Can I win? Let's see today at the Gloucester Tier 4. So, a bit of context on the tournament day and how I arrived at the venue. I was running ever so slightly late. Not like I was going to miss my matches, but just maybe not have too much time to warm up. And the mistake I made was as soon as I arrived, I went in to register and they of course said, we're going to get you on as soon as possible in the next 5-10 minutes. Now that didn't leave me much time to warm up for this first match. I went on feeling really cold and just not at it at all. And you can see from the beginning here, the result of that. I was completely off the pace. My opponent was scoring easy points, and here you can see I actually went 5-love down in the beginning of this game. Now that was partly because I was not warmed up well and not at the races. However, another mistake I made was in the knock-up, my opponent looked very weak. He looked like he couldn't really hit a smash. Now I don't know if he was potentially playing down his ability slightly in the knock-up. I don't know if people really do that. But he came out playing a lot better than how he was hitting in the knock-up. And that caught me a bit by surprise. I probably got a little bit too comfortable during that knock-up, thinking, all right, this is just going to be a straightforward warm-up game to get me into the tournament. And yeah, like I say, he played some good shots, moved me around the court, and ended up going 5-love up. So a couple kind of messages there, a couple learnings. Number one, don't underestimate your opponent, and don't take too much from the knock-up. It's just a knock-up. And number two, try and make sure you're arriving early and giving yourself the time to prepare and properly warm up before these matches. Even just a first round match, you need to still prepare and feel really good in your body and your shots. So yeah, that's something that I didn't do so well here. And heading into the coaching break, speaking to Tyler, who thankfully came to watch me on the day, it was really useful to have coaching me through all of these matches. We were kind of talking about that. And it was quite level at the interval. I think maybe a point or two in it. And Tyler just reminded me, yeah, it was a really bad start, but actually I've done quite well to get back into the match. And that gave me a little bit more confidence. And in the second half of this game, was able to just increase the pace a little bit, move him around and just be a little bit more proactive. You can see that I'm just taking the shuttle earlier, moving him around. So ends up taking the first set 21-18. So it was actually quite close because of that slow start that I got. And this guy, although he didn't have the strongest shots, he scrambled really well, making me fight for the points, but was able to end up taking the second 21-14. So yeah, able to navigate some of those difficulties in the first match in the end. Now, second match here against Ben. I'd actually seen on tournament software that he had a couple good results against players I knew. He had a tough 3-setter against a good Devon player that I know well. So yeah, expected this to be obviously a much tougher game. That being said, I felt a lot more warmed up and ready for this match, and just felt a lot more confident going into it. So you can see here from the beginning, I'm just trying to play really good quality on all my shots, good depth, taking the shuttle early, and that was working quite well. It was relatively close. This rally here, something happens. Good dive here. Get this shot back and then go for the kill here, and it looks quite bad. Go fully over on my ankle, as you can see. Watching it back, it looks really bad. This was a turning point. You know, if that injury was going to be serious, then it could have ended my tournament for me. And these next few points, I was really feeling it out. It didn't feel 100%, but I was just saying to myself, you know, nothing too explosive, get yourself back in the rallies and just hope that some adrenaline kicks in. And I think it did. Luckily, it wasn't anything too serious. Maybe a very, very light sprain. But like I say, the adrenaline from just pushing myself on through the match actually meant that most of the pain went away after these next few points. So at 14-11 here, I'm feeling quite confident. I feel like he's not shown too much that can get through my defence. I felt like I was maybe moving slightly better than him, and the injury wasn't bothering me as much anymore, thankfully. So just trying to continue the good quality shots. The other thing that I picked up, he was doing this high serve, and I spoke to him about this after the game. He did this high serve, but it was very short and not very high at all. And he gave me a lot of attacking opportunities from that serve. And you'll see it again in the second half, in the second game here. He didn't change it. If he'd not been doing that serve, just a normal backhand serve or a better high serve, this could have been a very different game. But almost every point that he's serving, he's giving me a free attack, basically, a free 3/4 length attack. You can see it again here. It just puts him right under pressure from the beginning of the rally. And I spoke to him after. I said, you know, why are you doing that serve? I don't think he realised how short it was. But I said to him, it just gave me so much confidence. It made my life a lot easier because you're just giving up the initiative straight away. And here, 11, he tries a trick shot here. There's obviously quite a big gap now. And I kind of got the impression that he'd slightly given up. But actually, he comes back. Few mistakes from me. Just puts him right back into this match, and then it's 12 all. Yeah, really unlucky to not get the block there. I thought he was going to guess it. But yeah, just a few mistakes from his side helping me out in this second set. Happy with how focused I've been through the game. A few mistakes in the second set, but other than that, really happy to be able to take it 21-17, 21-17. And then it's on to the quarterfinal against Kai. And there was quite a gap between the prior match and this one, and I was able to watch a lot of the players play, including my opponent Kai here. So yeah, had a little bit of insight in terms of what I wanted to do, but he looked really explosive and looked like he had a really good attack. So yeah, I knew the defense was going to be tested, as you can see here. Really quick around the forecourt. And he's pushing the pace really well. I'm just trying to survive and defend, but you can see I'm on the back foot in quite a few of these rallies. Yeah, a few really lucky saves like this actually. He was always taking the initiative. My defence felt really good actually, and I was able to get a few of them back, but being on the back foot like that is never going to end well for you if you're like that for a whole match.
Go on.
But yeah, a few times that I could counter-attack it well, but just felt like I was defending a little bit too much.
Go.
And a few mistakes here, a few mistakes that aren't shown as well. Just easy kind of serve returns out, things of that sort. Cutting those down would have really, really helped me. Someone that I spoke to after this match told me that this guy Kai has only been playing badminton for 2 or 3 years. He doesn't look like it. Yeah, he, like I say, super attacking, really quite explosive round the back, and good quality shots. So yeah, he was a really tough opponent. Really big jump. You can see all the rear court shots that he's attacking. He's getting up really high and then able to get a really good angle. And that made his punches more deceptive as well. When he did that high jump and then threw the punch clear in, it was really tricky to tell what shot he was going to play from the back a lot of the time. Just a few loose shots, the difference here. Some good long rallies, like these are some really good points. But you just can't play a loose shot. You've got to keep your focus, keep the discipline, just play good quality shots into court. And a few of mine just a little bit too loopy.
It's all right.
And another mistake out the side, so 21-16 the first set. Felt like I got to a slightly slow start and played better in the second half, which gave me a little bit of confidence going into this second, but he was a really tricky player. That was apparent. This really high jump was really difficult to deal with.
Hi. Go. Awesome.
The drive defense, I'd had some good luck with on this day, to be fair. Something about the speed. Yeah, something about the speed of the shuttle meant that driving back on the defense and pushing to the other side was working quite well. But maybe at times I was slightly overplaying it. Good deception from him, unlucky. Definitely had me sold on that one. One shot that I really like to play on defense as well is a relift to the same corner. And when we're using these Babolat shuttles, it is just quite a risky shot because I'm trying to pin it back on that corner they've come from. But it's so easy to push it long out the back. And I've seen that not just in this tournament, but in some of my other recent tournaments. And it's probably something that I need to just rein in a bit when the conditions are playing a little bit faster like this. You see it there again.
Come on!
Egging myself on here. This was a really physical one. Yeah, good attack. Fine margins. Unlucky to not see that one go over. And it felt like my opponent had some really good pushes, and a lot of mine were just going out the back. Just had that little bit better control than me. And then 21-14 in the second.
Played, mate.
Really good game, enjoyable game. my opponent definitely deserved the win. A few things that I think I could have done better in that quarterfinal to win it, potentially. One is obviously cut down the mistakes. There's a lot of mistakes in there, even more that you didn't see on the video. Mistakes out the side are especially frustrating, I find, especially on a smash or a clear. It doesn't need to be on the line. A mistake out the back every now and again I can live with. You have to have good depth on your shots, but a mistake out the side I find really frustrating. So cutting those down would have saved me a lot of points. I think another one would be on my defense, playing some more blocks into court, right? A defensive shot, you're not trying to win the point, but sometimes I am. Sometimes I'm a little bit too aggressive and too counter-attacking. And like I say, I'm either driving it back to a corner or I'm relifting to the same corner, trying to catch them off guard. And yes, it can work sometimes, but it is also a risky shot. So I think just a little bit more simplicity on my defense, just blocking into court and being ready for the next shot probably could have benefited me as well. But like I say, Kai played a really good game. Props to him, really enjoyed it. Hopefully we can run it back at some point. And yeah, unfortunately that was the end of the Gloucester Tier 4. Another quarter-final defeat, which definitely hurt on the day. But yeah, definitely seeing some signs of progress. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please leave a comment, let me know what you thought, what you'd like to see in future. Always keen to hear your guys' thoughts. In the next video, let's see if I can break this quarter-final curse at the Cambridge Tier 4.